Xbox gamers buys games, huh? Interesting because Helldivers hit 500K again. We talking Hellraiser. We also talking about something Tim Sweeney said. Let's go live, baby, and let's do this.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Crazy Lou's here, got something to say. Good morning, gamers, rise and shine. It's time to play, let's have a good time. Morning, gaming community. With Crazy Lou, it's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. In the world of games, we're just meant to be. Grab us coming and eat a scene. Crazy Lou is ready, it's a gaming scene. Fernie's trading through the word skin. All recent gaming go, rates and A top mean. Good morning, coming moving. It's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free.
Initiating launch sequence.
Let's begin. Baby. Whoa, baby. Who could have thought that this was going to happen? Who could have thought that Xbox gamers do buy games, huh? Who could have thought that? I know who we all did because we know that we Xbox gamers do buy games, huh? And man, kind of amazing that Helldivers said 500K. Pretty sweet. I mean, those devs are pretty happy, right? But before we go ahead and talk about all this chat, like I always traditionally do, is good morning, everybody. Also, afternoon and evening, the crazy one, wishing you a beautiful and an awesome Thursday. What's up, everyone? What is everyone cooking? Man, I gotta tell y'all something. I've been playing Helldivers like crazy. I have. I'm not kidding you. I've been playing Helldivers like crazy. I've been going to bed really late playing this game. Man, we've been busy. Just playing Helldivers. That's what we've been doing. Just playing Helldivers. Just having a lot of fun with Helldivers the game. Yes, sir. Oh man. Some POS in your chat said Helldivers 2 wasn't gonna do good on Xbox. Where is he now? I do not know why so serious. And good morning to you, sir. How are you doing, 5K? Good morning to you, sir. How are you doing, 5K? Man, 4K again. Thanks for the thumbnail. I know you're on vacation, 4K, but listen, I got a feeling that something big gonna happen soon. We're gonna have to sit down and do a big thumbnail. Something really big is gonna happen soon because I saw a tweet from Insomniac, and I said I gotta sit down and talk to Perky about this one because this is gonna take a little bit of time to build. But yeah, I saw a tweet from Insomniac saying that Spider-Man needs to sometimes break down barriers or break down doors to get to new barriers. I don't remember what that tweet said, but it's kind of interesting though, seeing that though. We're gonna have fun with that one, yes, sir. Chat. Oh, Six Slayer. See YouTube on what? No way. Okay, now. Oh man, Six Slayer. Yeah, it's been a while, man. How you been, brother? What's cooking? Yeah, okay. Now I know YouTube is doing folks dirty. I was wondering why I hadn't seen your stream in a while. Then I see your tweet just to see YouTube unfollow me. Man, Six Slayer, let me tell you something. Real simple, right? Real simple. Look, sometimes it does this stuff, but look, here is our Discord. We have people on our Discord. We just sit there and talk. I post a lot of stuff on Discord too. So here you go. Posting it right here so you can join our Discord, baby, if you want to. I don't want to wait so long. No, I don't want to wait so long either, man. I don't know why they keep doing this stuff. I don't get it. I don't get why they keep doing this stuff, like putting things aside and And just, bro, come out and say it. Shit, say that Spider-Man's coming to Xbox. Stop. Stop with all that crap. Look at that. Why so serious? Where's that POS B money? Well, why so serious? Listen, remember one thing. I don't know who was talking about in the Discord about it, but remember, someone said that BB Money has been climbing up trees, spying on the ladies, right? And I heard he fell off a tree. That's what they said, or he got thrown in jail. I don't know. I don't know where BB Money is. I mean, that's what y'all are saying. I don't know if it's true though, but I hope BB Money comes in and says, "Hey, I'm here. You know, I'm right here chilling." Like bro man says, just chilling. Mr. Glass, what's up? What's up? Is this goddamn annoying Kai Krill finish gears again? Wow, you finished gears again? Jesus. Oh my god. Six layer, everything's good. You know, I'm doing my morning shows, having a blast, you know, with my peeps in here, you know, just having a good time. Look at BB Money is up. He's in here. He's in here. Baby Money did not fall off the tree or go to jail. Now we know Baby Money said, "What's up, Baby Money? How you doing, brother? Good morning to you, sir. What's up? What's up?" Why so serious? You know, was asking where you at, and I said, "Well, you know, it could be spying on the ladies, climbing up trees, or falling off the trees, or going to jail." I don't know about that one. I don't know. Baby Money got stuck. Is stuck on the toilet. No, no, no. Rain G4 is sliding through. How you doing, Rain? What's up? Good morning. Good morning, man. We got lots of things to talk about today because tomorrow, guys, remember tomorrow, my brother Maurice, the Xbox tester's coming in the building. Yes, we're gonna tag team. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff tomorrow. We're gonna talk about his. It says bit W2393. Yes, support Helldivers to 100%. I bought it. I bought it. I'm having some fun. Louis, what games are you playing? You haven't talked about any since Doom. Well, right now I'm playing Helldivers 2. I gotta finish Expedition 33. I gotta finish that one. After I finish it, I'll get the thumbnail up and talk about it after I finish that game. The thing is, I don't know why I'm in like the multiplayer mode. I'm not into story mode, but yeah, look. Next week I'll find the time, level up my characters, take down the final boss, and that's it. I'm done. Question: why was Sony guys just now able to play Gears? It's been available since 2006. Rain G4, that's a very, very, very good question. I'll tell you what's happening, right? And this is not only happening on the Sony guys, it's also happening on the Xbox guys, it's also happening all around the community. The thing is, right? The thing is, brother, um, that people stay so stuck up on their console wars or just one console that they don't look anywhere else. And that is something that people need to get away from. And this is what I love what Xbox did. I love that Xbox went in there, tackled this down, because at the end of the day, if Xbox did not tackle this, right? Did not tackle this, did not open these barriers that seriously has been leaving people behind not playing these type of games. And now by doing this, it's going to let the people actually get a chance to play them and be like, "Oh shit, why didn't I play this 20 years ago? Why didn't I give it a go?" I said the same thing to someone yesterday, to a PlayStation guy, that he said that because I gave my opinion about the Gears of War, right? Because you see that on Steam the numbers are low. They're out there saying like, "Yeah, look, it's dead on arrival. It's not going anywhere." You should YouTube. Oh no, I'm about to ditch this, Mike. I'm about to leave this because this is getting on my nerves lately. I'm about to ditch this because this is getting on my nerves, and just not smoke at all. Just smoke cigars, but I can't smoke cigars in here. It sucks. But like I was saying though, that like I was talking to someone and he literally told me, "Hey, this is," because I gave him my opinion about what's happened with Gears, and I said, "Well, Xbox gonna be collecting money because a lot of people are saying this is a money grab game." And I mean, of course, it's a money grab game. Why not? I mean, it's a game that was out 20 years ago, and I don't find anything wrong for them remaking it, putting it on PlayStation because, of course, they had to. Once you watch the video, you will quit today. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna quit soon. I'm down to 35%, and once this one's done, I gotta quit 100%. I gotta quit this. Start with my cigar smoking, to quit this thing 100%. But like I was saying though, like this person told me that this is the first time he plays Gears, and I was like, bro, why? He said, well, I've been since PlayStation since '98, and I haven't left PlayStation ever since. I said, wow, seriously? I mean, This is why these guys are doing this, because at the end of the day, this console war is useless, and it's time that you need to get away from all this console war nonsense. You need to play these games and enjoy these games, because listen, there's no point of console warring. There's no point by saying, "Oh, exclusive brings this, exclusive brings that." No. Nowadays, people don't even console war. The only one that console wars us are us, the old people, right? But I do it for trolling. But a lot of people do it for seriousness, right? They go out there and they console war, like, "Yeah, my console's better than yours because I got this game, you ain't got this stuff." But at the end of the day, the thing that's really doing damage is to the game itself, because people are not sitting there buying it, enjoying it, having fun the way we're supposed to. I mean, we just saw this, what happened yesterday with Helldivers 2. Those numbers racked up. So, with Gears of War coming out of PlayStation, yeah, Microsoft said, let's reboot this, let's remake this, or let's remaster this, put it over there. Let's get that money right there, right? Let's get that money right there, and let's keep on going. Oh Lord, our adopted pony in the building, Mike Johnson. Yo, what's cracking lacking? What's up, J Dubs General? How you doing, man? Good morning to you, sir. I wonder how J Dub is doing, because man, these days everything has been kicking his butt. Yep. So, oh, six layer throwing in some spices. Some on PS5 or former Xbox guys too. I'll give them that. But the numbers prove Xbox gamers will buy games the most. Yes, sir. Gears 1 has released these three versions in 20 years, and they're separated by 10 years each. The Last of Us released three versions in 13 years. Damn. Well, bro, but let's be honest, though. It wasn't one, two, or three. They released like 10 of them. Oh, Lord. Here it comes with this PlayStation 1. One what? Nintendo Switch 1. What are you talking about? So, chat, let's get into this because we got some things I want to tackle. Let's start off with Tim Sweeney's news, because this is something that really. Oh, did I open it up? Okay, never mind. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Chat. We are good. So let's start off with this one, because Tim Sweeney came out and said something that I was like, really now after all these years, now it's coming out to talk about it. I don't get it, but you should have come out at the very beginning and said this. But okay, cool. Let's talk about it, Tim Sweeney. Let's tackle this news right here, because hey, we got to, and then we're gonna go into hell. Then we're gonna go into Hellraiser, and next, because hell, I want to talk some Hellraiser, guys, because some people have played the preview, and I'm excited to talk about that game. I'm seriously excited about that game. I'm seriously excited to buy that game. I want to get the big bundle. I want to get my Hellraiser posters and put them on the wall, to scare who away. No, I'm just kidding. She probably kicked my wife. She's like, "That is ugly as hell. I don't want that thing on the wall." I'm like, "Hey, it's my wall. We're gonna have a fight here, but hey." Let's tackle this. All right. So let me take the chat out. But we're the bird boy. I mean, I know you mentioned the Last of Us game, but hey, there's not been one, two, three versions. It's been like 20 versions, especially with the Last of Us 2. Not only that, you can get a script, you can get Last of Us underwear, Last of Us t-shirts, Last of Us, what else you can get from Last of Us? Tennis shoes, hiking boots, working boots. You can get Last of Us gear. You can get the clothes all down and dirty. You can get all that stuff from the Last of Us the game, because they keep announcing new stuff from it. Insane, huh? And they still can't announce part three. Funny stuff, huh? Funny stuff. So real quick, let me get this. Let me open the Twitch, so I can get the Twitch out there from the chat. All right, XBI podcast. There we go. Did we get it? Okay, perfect. Hey, Sasha Albert. How you doing, Sasha Albert? She says, how my stream's going? My stream's going pretty well. Thank you. Oh Lord, here we go. It's another one of those people that want us to ask if your stream is going well. I made a Discord, and after they say I made a Discord, then they're gonna start talking to me that they want to, tell me how much they charge to get things up and going. Oh Lord, here we go again. So let's go. So here we go. Epic Games. Tom Sweeney says Unreal Engine 5. Here we go. Unreal Engine 5. Right? Performance problems aren't about the engine. They're about when developers choose to optimize. You sure about that, Team Sweeney? Look at this guy. Huh. I don't know why, but he kind of gives me like the Cerny thing, but Cool. There's no doubt that Unreal Engine has become one of the most popular tools for building modern games. More and more studios are shifting to Unreal Engine 5, including Halo Studios, which has finally left behind its long serving Blam engine. That's true, it's engine suck. But again, why are we focusing on Halo? Seriously, that's something I don't understand. Why don't we focus on the problem? And that is the problem is Unreal Engine 5 is having issues, but we gotta focus on Halo though. But okay. Yeah. Man, Maurice, look, oh man. The Xbox tester in the building. My brother Maurice in the building. He says, one day I hope I look as good as you. Man, Maurice, you ready to look good, man. I mean, I saw, listen, you look gorgeous over there in Gamescom, man. I mean, I was cheering for I was like, Maurice. And man, look, ask the chat. We were saying, Maurice, I even sent you a text to WhatsApp. I said, get in the camera of the Xbox showcase so we can say, hey, Maurice, what's up? And laugh. You know, I wanted you to know, Crazy Louie, I love you. I want to yell, Maurice, I love you too. So let's keep going. And again, why are we talking Halo? But okay, after years of tweaks to the Slip Space engine, essentially an upgraded version of Blam. Okay, but again, why are we talking about Halo? What are we talking about in general of Unreal Engine 5 performance problems? Because it's not only Halo, it's been a bunch of games that have issues with Unreal Engine. But okay, the studio is now moving fully to UE5. The hope is that this change will ease struggles and allows contractors to use their limited time fully on development as opposed to learning a new engine. Mm. Where's my butt? Where's my butt scratcher? Oh, here it is. Oh, my back scratcher. Sorry about that. Not my butt scratcher. Okay, there you go. That feels good. So, but it's not all smooth sailing. UE5 has earned a reputation of stunning visuals, but also for frustrating performance problems. There you go. This is where the article pretty much begins. Now, Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeney has weighed in on why so many games built with the engine are struggling. A repetition for performance woes. Okay, so UE5 was first introduced in 2020 with a Lumen in the land of Nanite Tech demo on PlayStation 5. It showed off two headline features: Lumen, a system of four dynamic lighting and reflections, and Nanite, a visualized geometry system that allows developers to use film quality assets in real time. Those showcase was visually stunning and immediately set expectations high. However, when UE5 games started arriving, many players reported the opposite experience. Complaints of starting crashes, poor frame rates, and high hardware demands quickly followed. Uh-oh. So, yeah, I still think Louis is my brother. I do know my dad went on holiday to. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Hey, hey, good. Louis, when you got a vampire haircut? I got it last week, man. I had to get this vampire haircut, man. Yeah, you know, I look like, yeah. I look gorgeous. Yep. All right, so let's keep going. So, titles such as Lords of the Fallen, Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, and even Xbox own Oblivion Remaster was criticized for struggling across platforms, including PC, Xbox Series X, and Series S. That's not said. Not every UE5 release has faltered, Senua's Hellblade 2. Senua Saga Hellblade 2. And Epic's own Fortnite stand out as examples of what the engine can do when properly optimized, proving Unreal 5 has the potential to deliver both stunning and visual stable performance. Stable performance? Football says 6 layers is the biggest cat. You ever heard what? What do you mean 6 layers is the biggest cat? 6 layers is my brother, man. What you talking about? Don't be messing like that. All right, so like I was saying though, so for Sentinel Hellblade 2, okay, the game looks good. It looks really good, but it wasn't at 60 FPS. It came out at 30, now it's 60, now it runs up to 2K, something, you know, it makes me scratch my head. But Fortnite though, Fortnite runs beautiful. Kind of funny that with your own game, you know, it really knows how to push the limit. Yeah, you know, with that own game. But at least it gives us, you know, facts that with Fortnite, since Maurice is in the bunny, Maurice, how is Fortnite running within Unreal Engine 5? Because I know you tested it out. So how is it running? Is it at 4K 60, native 4K, or is it upscaled or something? I mean, go ahead. Since you're in the bunny, you can actually tell us this. But yeah. But with Senua though, it came out, but it wasn't 60 now. Till nowadays. But here we go. Let's see what he says. Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeney responds. Again, I don't know why, but you look like a bald Cerny. Seriously. But okay. Now, if we add like the little hair on the front, how's the resolution though, Maurice? Is it at 4K or not? 120 FPS on all systems. Nice. See, there you go. I mean, that's Fortnite. But if you had like that little long hair there, I mean, it could kind of look like Cerny though. Could this man be Cerny's long lost brother or something? I mean, I don't know. But either way though, Tin Sunni accepting the address to the criticism directly via this is game. That later translated by Class Sung Gamer. Okay, he explained that many developers build with high-end hardware in mind first, leaving optimization from lower spec uh, machines until the end of production. The main cause is the order of development. Many studios build for top tier hardware first and leave optimization and low spec testing for the end. Ideally, optimization should begin early before content build out. Okay, that's good. At least he's saying some stuff that I hope they pick up on this. According to Sweeney, Epoch is working on solutions to make the process easier. That's what you gotta do, Sweeney. That's it. That's what you gotta do. We're doing two things: strengthening engine support with more automated optimization across devices and expanding developer education so optimize early becomes standard practice if needed. Our engineers can step in. It does feel like optimization has become an afterthought in recent years with tools like DLSS and FSR, which use resolution scaling and frame generation, often used to mask performance issues rather than solve them. Mhm. Game complexity is much higher than 10 years ago. We know that. So it's hard to solve purely at the engine level. Engine makers are and game teams need to collaborate. We're also building Fortnite transition learnings into Unreal Engine so titles run better on low specs PCs. Nice, nice. Sunni stressed that the problem can't be fixed by the engine alone. Games are more complex than ever, and developers need to work with the engine, not against it. In my opinion, it's pretty far fair statement from Tim Sweeney. He's not exactly defending Unreal Engine, but effectively calling out developers, workflows, and pushing for a change in work culture and how optimization is handled. Right. Developer prospect on Unreal Engine 5 struggles. But here's the thing, though, right? I mean, if you call out developers at the end of the day, though, I mean, I'm happy that he's actually doing something to make it easier for them and actually educating them. That's something you got to do. Though you educate them, you show them, and then they get onto it and bring better stuff. So, what are developers themselves saying? In the case of Beautiful Light, director Eric Raja argued that poor performance is usually down to bad practice, not the engine itself. Ah, his coffee's good. Their comments echo Sweeney's view the optimization needs to be prioritized earlier in development. Iron Mike, what's up, man? Good morning. Not all developers agree. Developers Ian McClure from Buzza and Rocksteady's Lee Demonon have both pointed to the Xbox Series S. Ah, here we go. Maurice, Lord. Why can't we ever leave the Xbox Series S out of the question? No, 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 no. We add to the article. Yeah, baby. Let's go. As a limiting factor, citing its memory constraints is a major challenge. Let me see where's this. I want to find this right now. I'm going to go do some search. Bro, seriously? Yo, I want to see from when this article is all about. Look, Maurice, this is what's funny though, right? You saw where I was at, right? I clicked on it. Look at this article. Look. Seriously. We're still talking about this, a thing that happened in 2022. We talked about this on Tuesday. Like I said, we're not saying the Xbox Series S didn't have the issues, right? We never said no to that, right? But at the end, nowadays, it's not like that. Yeah, but you all gotta bring it up, like always. If you don't bring it up, no one's happy, right, chat? They got to bring it up, right? They got to bring it up. Always. Let's bring up the Series S issues. Right, Maurice? This is why I love reading these articles. Because every time I go in and read these articles, I love how they talk bad about the Series S. Seriously. Stop with that conversation. Move on. It was a 22 thing. Now we're in 25. Everything is working fine. Dear Lord. Digiphone has pushed back slightly on this narrative, noting that many UE5 engines can scale surprisingly well on the Series S. There you go. So now you guys are going to fight you. It's kind of funny. Kind of funny how they went out there and fought Maurice, but yet they don't find Digital Foundry on this. Man, Maurice, they fight you, but they don't find Digital Foundry. Why don't they fight Digital Foundry though? Both only with extra development time, something not every studio can afford. Elsewhere, War Horses, Daniel Valvera has been openly critical of Unreal Engine 5. Kingdom Come 2 was a standard RPG praised for its visual. There you go, gameplay and storytelling, but the studio chose CryEngine instead. Barbara argued that Unreal Engine 5 still isn't suited to massive open world projects, and even claimed the CD Projekt Red's Witcher 4 team admitted that the engine wasn't ready for full scale open world streaming. Kapow! There you go. I love this developer fight, but I don't know why they had to add the whole Series S conversation into this, but okay, I get it. Oh, we gotta bring the Series S. The hell was that? What the hell was that sound? Is something about to blow up in my room? Oh, it's out there. Okay, never mind. If it's out there, no problem. So let's keep going. So, like I was saying, my chat, my beautiful chat, let's keep reading. Unreal Engine 5 continues to evolve. The version 5.6 arriving in June 2025. The update included shader complex compilation fixes, faster Lumen, nanite, foliage improvements, and more. Still, Sweeney may have to point when he says developers should prioritize lower spec hardware earlier in production. Doing so will naturally benefit consoles like the Series S and Nintendo Switch 2. Again, they talk about the Series S, but okay. Board performance headroom is tighter. In this case, the Switch 2, which is the fastest selling console launch at all time, it might make sense for developers to target weaker hardware to help ship on as many systems as possible. It's not a problem that will be solved overnight, and some UE5 challenges may never fully disappear. Still, it's encouraging to see Sweeney acknowledge the issue and for Epic to show a willingness to step in and support the studios that are struggling. Hmm, interesting. But again, I don't know why this came into the conversation. I do not know why this also came into the conversation. Where is it? Let me go find it. Ah, here we go. Yep. I don't know why Halo came into this conversation too. I don't get it. I mean, how can you get look? There's something I don't understand, right? Why can't they write an article not mentioning anything about Xbox? They always gotta go in there and throw slander about Xbox. What does Slip Space Engine have to do with Unreal Engine 5? Because they decided to switch the engine? I mean, bro, that's cool. But at the end of the day, though, why are you guys slandering this thing? Like, it's crazy. Even though we know it sucks, but you got to start the article with that. I mean, we're talking about Tim Sweeney about the problems that Unreal Engine 5 has with performance and everything because we see it in games. But again, you had to add that Halo was having problems with their own engine. And then after that, you had to also add the Series S, which we all know how Fortnite runs on the Series S. We all know that. We all know that. And yes, the camera zoomed in my face again. But yes, like I was saying, we all know how it runs. And it runs pretty damn fine, doesn't it, chat? Huh? Runs pretty damn well. Yep, it does. Yes, baby, it does. So, let's see what the chat's saying about all this. All right, so here we go. Here we go. So let's see what chat's saying. So I know Maurice is laughing on his. I know Maurice is laughing his butt off out here. Let's see now. But Maurice, about the whole Father Dominican Republic thing, hey, I don't doubt that. I mean, let me tell you something. Chat, I've been busy digging up for my passport from Spain. I've been digging up some info so I can get my passport from Spain. And I found out really interesting stories from back in the day. I mean, I'm not kidding you. Look, from doing all this digging, I even found a new cousin. Not joking. I found out I had a new cousin that I did not know about. I mean, I'm 41 years old, and I met this new cousin by digging for this information. So, Maurice, I don't have any doubt of nothing these days. It's not gonna be. I mean, if we do a DNA test and we're brothers, I don't have any doubt because Maurice, guess what? My grandma, my grandma is Dutch, born and raised in Curacao. So if I don't get my Spain papers, I can get my Dutch papers because I have enough to become uh, a Dutch citizen and enough to become a Spain citizen. So there you go. I mean, I don't doubt nothing, man. Seriously. Dragon Ball Sparkle Zero is also UE5. Pretty much everything is UE5. But the thing is to talk about is the problem that's going out there with UE5 and the performance issues that's been happening with some of the games. So the player base more than double, 500K players, not even Friday yet, and not sure how's that cap. I don't know how's that cap, yeah, but yeah, I mean the news is right here. So and that's happened now. That's on Xbox. So yeah, they're buying the most. Yep, they're buying. Six other. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying Xbox players buy games the most, and that's the biggest gap I've ever heard all day. Phil, the thing is that, and this is something that's happening on not only Xbox, also happening on PlayStation, it's also happening on PC, bro. Then why don't we speak the truth and say it the way it is instead of saying, "Well, we buy more games than you do." Oh, I buy more. No, 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 no. Let's say it how we gotta say it. We ain't buying games these days. We're not. It's the truth. We see it every month. What is everyone playing lately? Every single month, we're playing the same live services, the same sports games. That's what everyone's playing. That's the truth. We cannot lie about it. It's there. So on both sides, not on both sides, on except for Nintendo, because Nintendo, yeah, they pretty much do buy games, but okay. I mean, the portion is not that big because I mean Mario Odyssey has 27 million, which is a good sale, right? But at the end of the day, there's 150 million Switches out there, so that tells a lot. So, like I say though, let's just saying in general, we don't buy games as much as we used to, and that's the truth. Because people now wait for the game to come out, they look at it, if it's not looking good, they wait a while to patch it up, and then they go ahead and buy it on a discount. That's the common thing. That's what we're doing. So let's keep doing this. They are a big fan. I reacted back. That's why they are too big, and I reacted back. That's why. Oh, they got hurt. Yep, hurt those feelings. Yep. And Maurice, guess what? They keep on battling it out. You want to laugh at something, Maurice? Real quick, since you're still here. So yesterday, well, I was looking for news to talk about today, right? I was looking for news, having some fun, looking for the news to talk about today. You know, held diversity in 500K and all that stuff. I saw a tweet by our little guy out there, Nib, and he's still arguing about the Series S. And you know what he did? He grabbed, I think it was 10 different developers out of the 2,500 developers that are out there, out of the main, oh no, 2,500 companies that are out there developing games. He just brought in 10 and showed us that just by 10 developers, the Series S is a problem. Just by 10. But there's 2,000, more than 2,500 companies out there. That's not even a scratch. How about how many dev companies are out there developing games? There's 11 million developers too. Oh, Lord. So funny how they don't do their search. I just need 555 more credits to unlock the Halo Warbound. Nice. Go for it. Unlock that sucker. Richie the Radar Gamers, a weekly guest. You'll get 55 synergies today or tomorrow without doing anything. If you played it once since Tuesday. Nice. The Energy Sword. Hold on. I'll get that super chat. Hold on. I gotta get down. There's a lot of stuff happening. Let's see now. The rate games are doing weekly quests. You'll get 55 synergies today, tomorrow. Okay, we read that. The energy sword will be cool though. Yeah, that would be nice if we had that thing in that game. I don't know why that it didn't have it. Five medals typo, nice. Okay, five medals, sweet. Just do some SC farming with the group. Yeah, it's kind of tough to do. UE5 says Void Rat is dog shit. Uh-oh. I went through a similar that digging into my family stuff. Finally got some old documents last year. Some stuff that's 100. Yes, it's insane. I've really done some digging. Trust me. Done a lot of digging here in Dominican. Now I got it. Man, if only my brother Maurice lived in Spain, man. But in anything, I know my brother Maurice lives over there in Holland. So if I need anything from Holland, I'll get it from him. Because man, from Spain, we still got to find a document that my great grandma was born there. But now we had to pay some lawyers to dig that up, man. It's So, chat, I'm broke. Why so serious with a bit of an awesome $2 super? He says, this is something. Found out you're related to BB Money. Ah, shit. How am I related to BB Money? I mean, look, I told you guys yesterday that BB Money is like bro man. Baby Money will be climbing up the emergency stairs, coming into your house, eating your sandwiches, right? And just coming here and says, "How you doing, bro, man?" He's like, "I'm just chilling." That's gotta, man. Listen, that's gotta be the best character in the Martin Show. Not kidding. I mean, y'all were saying that Big B Money be climbing up the trees to look at ladies, so I have no doubt he'll be a man to be going up the emergency stairs and trying into the building. Oh Lord. I thought Crazy Lou was Italian. Mamma mia! Maybe. The thing is, though, what rap? Because it's kind of funny, though. I mean, let me tell you something. The other day, I watched a Sony showcase. It was like they did like a major showcase, like to show us what they're doing, what they're moving, and stuff like that, like what they're investing money into. And yeah, I sat there for like 2 hours watching that. I was literally falling asleep, and I remember I saw something that that they were using Unreal Engine 5 to make these movies. So nowadays, right, chat, and that's the truth. I mean, they're using Unreal Engine 5 to make movies. I'm like, what? You use Unreal Engine 5 to make movies? Why can't games look this good? I mean, well, they do actually, but make them like this good, like actually like movie views, something like that. But yeah, the thing is that video game development is hard. It's just like what he said, but they also need to learn how to get around the engine. So yeah, I mean, it's good that he's actually showing them how to get around it. It's good that he's actually talking about it, coming out and saying some stuff, which is a good thing. But at the end, could that affect gaming sales? Nah, just no. He does look like Super Mario without a mustache, so he could be Italian. Chat. This is what's scary though. You guys are talking about this, and I bet you 5 cents. I'm betting you 5 cents, chat, since I'm broke now, right? I'm betting you 5 cents that FarQ, if he's in here, if FarQ is in here, he will make me a Super Mario pick on Louis side thing. You'll see. He's working on it right about now, I bet you. Not kidding you. So it does look like Super Mario without a mustache. It could be Italian. Are you thinking of doing those DNA tests, Louis? Might bring perspective. Well, I mean, look, we did a lot of digging, right? Because the digging tells you everything. Hey, Justin Booram, how you doing, bro? Good morning to you, sir. What's up? What's up? And Music 72, what's up? How you doing, man? So, like, we've been doing some digging, and if I do that to testing, right? I mean, I already know where my actually family comes from. I mean, we have on the American side of things, on my father's side, his mother was American, right? On my mom's side, her mom was from Dutch, so Curacao. And plus, if I keep on adding, right, my great grandma was born in Spain. So pretty much I have like a really big mixed DNA in there. So yeah, I mean, I've done a lot of digging. Trust me, we've done a lot of digging, and we found out some crazy things about my family. Yep, which are not really that appropriate to talk about here live because it's family secrets and it's not a public thing to talk about. But okay, Ian, what's up, Ian? How you doing, man? So, chat, let's move on up to this one because this one is something I really want to talk about, and that is Hellraiser, baby. I mean, chat, I am ready for this game. And reading this news really makes me happy. Why does it make it happy? Because at the end of the day, if I wanted a Hellraiser game, this is exactly what I want. I want it to be disturbing. I want it to be haunting. I want it just to be just like the Hellraiser movies. Yes, I read a lot about it, but I really picked this article because, to be honest though, it was the first one I found. But no, I read some articles that I couldn't find that I was looking for it. So I picked this one out. Let's read about it right here. But yes, I love the title to it. It says Clive Barker's Hellraiser's Revival. Hands-on preview, the most disturbing game I have ever played. Good. I'm happy. That's what we want. Maurice, did you get a chance to play this since you were at Gamescom? So, as visually shocking as the Hellraiser reveal trailer was, I don't think it could have prepared me for the hour-long theater of violence and sadism my poor eyes were going to subject 2 at Gamescom 2025. Wow, really? I mean, bro, if you have seen Hellraiser, what do you expect the game to be? You expect like Pinhead like take out his pins and be like, "Oh, lovely dovey, I love you." No, 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 it ain't Pinhead. Pinhead comes after you and gets you and fucking breaks you in half. Ugh. So let's go. My Clyde Barker's Hellraiser revival preview is not for the faint of heart, but if you can stomach it, there could be special horror game here. Good stuff. That's what I want. Let's start with the most important detail first. I have never consumed 1 second of Hellraiser media. Oh my god. Oh, here. Let's read this again. Let's start with the most important detail first. I have never consumed 1 second of Hellraiser media. Never watched a movie, know nothing about the lore, and my only exposure is basic horror knowledge of the Pinhead character. I think we can level me as a Hellraiser noob in this case. Chat, before I continue on reading, I gotta say this. The next time you review something like that, get someone who knows the lure, get someone who knows about the damn movies, and get someone who knows actual things about the Xenobites and Hellraiser itself. Seriously. I mean, hell, I could have done something better. And the title would have said, "This is what I want in a Hellraiser game," just like the movies. That's it. But you coming out here and you're saying you did not even watch a movie before you went in there to play the game. At least after you play the game, go watch the movie so you can understand what's going on out here. Oh, but okay, let's keep going, chat. Let's keep reading. And this is what happens, chat. And then they go out and they review it and they be like, "Well, I'll give it a 5 out of 10 because I found it." That's what they do, yeah? So let's keep going. All right. This is why you guys are in trouble these days. Oh, did I? Okay, we're here. Okay, so I was very excited to be invited to an exclusive hands-on preview with Clive Barker's Hellraiser Revival at Gamescom 2025. This preview will not hold back, folks. If you're squeamish, get a sick bag on standby. Again, you don't understand it, so okay. This first 5 minutes of the Clive Barker's Hellraiser Revival preview demo features graphics, nudity, the male and female genitalia, BDism, extreme mutilation, and images that the human mind should only dream of, not see. It's a continuation of the Hellraiser reveal trailer, which shocked audiences on July 22. I'm shocked because there's a Hellraiser game and I can't wait to buy it. That's what I'm shocked for. So it's not long before I take control of Aiden in the brand new Hellraiser story considered canon. Associated game directors Cyrnanetic and Alexandra Pelivanovic, sorry if I butcher your names, but I'm trying to get it, made it clear to me that this is a perfect starting point to newcomers. Good. The Genesis configuration is a legendary device mysteriously activated by Aiden and his girlfriend Sunny. Pinhead and his cultist cronies, no, Pinhead and his Xenobites, that's the proper way to say it, want to know how you activated it and want to harness its power. There you go. So that's what I'm saying. You gotta watch the movies, but okay. Aiden needs to suffer until this happens. You must wrench a hook out of your body, cut away out of your stitched up torso, and pull out nails of your hands. Cool. It's just casual Saturday night for some. There's an impressively broad spectrum of horror on display throughout the demo. PTSD, hallways, clever environment, puzzle requiring lateral thinking, chase sequences, jump scares, and the constant dread of psychological torture and mental anxiety. Just what I want in a Hellraiser game. Good. Oh, I nearly forgot. The visual horror. Only joking. The shocking images are burned into my retinas. Good. My journey to the labyrinth is a supreme gut check, which is apt as I lose count of how many entrails I saw. The cultists who inhabit the area are obsessed with art, making people suffer. You venture from room to room and become a swift game of one-upsmanship. Each new piece features new layers of evisceration, dismemberment, and testing the limits of the human body. Sweet! Just what I want. It's even more disturbing when you encounter people who are clearly still alive and are suffering through this. Hmm. As the distant moment of the demo features a dancing doctor cutting up a naked woman strapping helplessly to a vertical surgery table. Her jaw is missing, causing her tongue to flail around like angry cat's tail. I eventually had to sneak past this scene, getting close to the massacre in the process, and watch in horror as a pair of hands suddenly fly past me. Hers, and she's still alive. Ah, are you seriously comparing Resident Evil to this game? Really? Seriously? I mean, chat, they cannot compare this to this game. I'm sorry. They just can't. You cannot. Resident Evil is not even close to what Hellraiser is. I mean, seriously, out of all games. I mean, you should have picked what was that game that came out for the Xbox in 2022 that was like nasty. It had like some stuff, nasty stuff into it. I actually bought that game. It was pretty cool. I forgot to get the art book of that game. It was pretty sweet though. It was kind of slimy, nasty, and I remember it got a rating of a 4, but it was a kind of fun game though. So Hellraiser turned out to be the most surprising game off Gamescom. Of course, I went in with no expectation. Now immediately on my perpetual wanted list. Ah, if I had to describe my time with it, I'd liken it to Resident Evil 7 and 8, a proper first-person horror game with puzzles, finding key items, and even its combat. This isn't an Outlast type of horror journey. You get weapons early on, and you must be cognizant of their types. Certain tools won't be affected against armored enemies, for instance. Each tool has a degradation meter, so you could easily destroy your weapon without really inflicting any damage. I also got a gun towards the end of my playtime. The enemy AI was quite smart and was quick to go into cover if I had a gun. Sweet. They would utilize the surroundings to try and flank me. Good. However, there was nothing I could do against the chatter. Oh, the chatter. However, there was nothing I could do against the chatter. Read that. Some basic research allows me to understand it's not a new enemy in the Hellraiser universe. Again, watch the movies. Seriously, before you wrote this article, you could have watched the movies. Scoring, thank you for that, Justin. It was scoring, yeah. I would have compared like I would have said that's it has like the images of Scorn and it has some Resident Evil. I would have done that, but yeah. But it's let's see. But for me, it's one of the most horrifying figures I've came across. Really, the Chatterer? All he does is he just smashes his teeth, doesn't do shit. Not only that, if you watch the movies, you know the Chatterer was a kid. You got to watch the movies, and you know that when you see part two, Hellraiser Hellbound. You know, spoilers, guys, if you have not seen the movie, but in Hellraiser two, Hellbound, the movie, you get to see who the Chatterer actually is. Think of Nemesis, but the unraveling, chattering teeth, and every coming together as those canines ringing in my ear like hypnotic torture. Mm. Do not sleep on Clive Barker's Hellraiser Revival. There's something horribly cool here. If this Hellraiser preview hasn't made it clear, you probably won't want to sleep anyway. I'm not sleeping on it. I'm buying it. I hope you get to see what I saw for yourself. It's a palette of violence and vivid imagery. It's so rare in gaming. You can expect terrifier levels of gratuitous gore in Clive Barker's Hellraiser Revival. If Saber's new horror game can maintain its consistency throughout the whole runtime, this might not be our first visit to hell. So, chat, like I was saying though, this man needs to watch the movies to understand what the chatter is. You need to watch the movies. Go watch it. Man, I'm about to DM you and tell you, Andrew Hinton, go watch the movie. Go. Go watch the movie so you can understand what's going on, so you can understand what Hellraiser is. So that way, when you play the game, you enjoy it even more. But yeah, like I was saying, though, super happy reading this because at the end of the day, chat, it's one of the games I'm really extremely hyped for to play. I said this before and I'll say it again. Some AAA games I'm hyped for to play. Some games that come from Xbox Studios I'm hyped to play, right? But in the end, though, chat, these indie developers and all this stuff is what's really kicking things out, man. I'm not kidding you. You have RoboCop, you have the Terminator, you had all these games that you really love from the 80s kicking butt out here, and that's thanks to these guys who are actually working on it. Also, for example, all these horror games. Now we're getting a new Halloween game that's coming soon. I'm really hyped for. And what else? We had Killer Clowns, which was awesome. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I mean, I could just keep on going. And I'm loving that those guys are pulling those games from back in the 1980s and stuff like that, putting them to nowadays and having fun with it. So let's keep going. Danny Rubin says, do Xbox gamers actually open the wise for games? Answer is no, because games aren't on Game Pass. You are so wrong, sir. That's not true. Good morning, guys. Me, I like buying my games and have them physically and support the developers. I just bought Gears on PlayStation 5 and its physical discount. Wow, so many memories on the 360. Nice. Yes, new Friday the 13th game is supposed to. I hope, man, listen, I'm crossing my fingers on that one. Because to be honest, that game kind of scares me a little bit. Why does it scare me a little bit? Because remember, when they were doing that game, um, they had a lawsuit, and the sad part about it is they couldn't even do everything they wanted, and that was worked by Euphonic and Gun. So now they're doing Halloween. I hope they get everything cleared because at the end of the day, though, they really do know how to make these fun games. But, but, I hope they don't get sued behind it because all of a sudden, like that's the weirdest thing. You make a game, and you literally that's the funny thing though. You literally go out there for months and months and promoting this game. No joke. You go, these guys go out there, they promote this game, they talk about it, say, "Hey, we're making this game. We're making this game." Game comes out, game was a success, and all of a sudden, everybody runs in. Let's sue their asses and stop everything right on the dot. What the hell? Sue them from the beginning. Get that thing done. So when they deliver the game is already good and they can do what they want. But no, you have to wait for the success to go in and sue and try to take their money. Kind of like when Nintendo did the Power World, huh? Yeah, I flicked you off, Nintendo. Sorry, but I had to. But all right, let's keep going. All right, let's keep going, Chad. Let me button this up because this thing just kind of wavers off, and I don't know what the hell going on with this shirt. This shirt is being all weird, thinking for itself. So okay, so let's go. We're ready. So, chat, time to move up to what's the biggest news of the day, and that is: do Xbox gamers actually open the wallets for games? Guess what? Yes, we do. And that makes him mad. Why does that make him mad? Because at the end of the day, chat, they've all said, "You guys don't buy games. You guys don't purchase this." I mean, we were the ones who bought all over Call of Duty. We own Call of Duty over here. We're the man. We all this. But guess what? Guess what? Look at this news. And let's read this loud and clear. Arrowhead CEO humbly asks Helldivers 2 fans to stop shitting your pants as servers wobble under the weight of 500,000 concurrent divers from following Xbox recruits joining the fight and a new Halo ODST Warbound. No. No. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here we go. We're cooking. Uh-oh. Helldivers 2 has launched Xbox launch has unsurprisingly led to a huge bunch of player numbers. Ha. You may want to attribute this purely to the newbies, but the Steam numbers are shooting up too, thanks to the new Halo 3 ODST inspired Warbound. Really? Thanks to that? Okay. The all-time peak for Helldivers 2 on Steam is 458,709 concurrent players, which allow right at launch and caused the game servers to become incredibly unstable. Yesterday, the player count surged from 50,000 to over 150,000 on PC, and console numbers that boosted the number even further. Kind of funny they don't go out there and talk about how the numbers boosted from Xbox and PlayStation, but okay. Why don't y'all point that out? But okay. So, to a little surprise, Arrowhead CEO Shams Georgiani writes on the game's Discord. This is gonna be a bit awkward, but I can ask you to stop shitting your pants somehow. Alongside a screenshot showing over 500,000 players were hell diving at the moment, it became a running gag for Georgiani to mention our pants turning brown. Don't ask me why. I'll tell you why that their pants turn brown, because at the end of the day, these PlayStation fanboys, their pants went into shits because they weren't actually expecting this to happen. Ha ha! So clearly, this isn't just Xbox players joining the fray, but everyone jumping back in to greet the new recruiters and get their hands on the first ever legendary Warbound. And I can see why. It contains ODST iconic Silence SMG, as well as a Magnum and Halo 3's assault rifle and shotgun. All very cool for the fans for the new retro FPS. You can see everything in the Halo ODST Warbound right here. Sony allowing Helldivers to make its way over to Xbox could mark a turning point for the company. Microsoft has been saying everything is an Xbox for a while now, but PlayStation has seems to want to remain distant. Hopefully, this signals to an end to console exclusivity. Thank God this is happening soon, because hell, we are tired of those fanboy talks about console exclusivity. So, chat, like I was saying, kind of weird. That's the game was sitting right there on 150,000 on PC. So yesterday the player count surged from around. Oh, wait a minute! It was sitting around 50,000 on PC, and then 100,000 more came in. So look, it was 150,000 on PC. Then if it was 500,000, right? Then that means that 350,000 console players jumped in. Sweet. That is awesome. That is awesome to hear. That is awesome to hear. Awesome to hear about this. So, chat, since we're on the Helldiver subject, I want to talk a little bit about my experience with the Helldivers and how much fun I've been playing and the things I am learning from Helldivers itself, just going around doing stuff because I found out some interesting facts, right? Like, for example, important things you got to do. I played this when I first turned on the console. I played it with my friend Diego from here, from Dominican Republic. He's close by. And then after that, I had my brother, the broke boy insider, jumping in. Then Decado jumped in, and after Decado jumped, no, it wasn't. It was Dave Reese who jumped in first. Then Will the broke boy Lewis, and then Decado jumped in. We had a blast playing this game. We sat there for literally 3 hours, just nonstop playing it, discovering things, running all over the map, doing all sorts of stuff. I discovered how to do side missions. I've also discovered, right, chat? Let me tell you something. All the things I've discovered since I've been playing this game like crazy. I'm not kidding you. On Tuesday when it released, I played 9 hours straight. I mean, I got off this chair. My lower back was killing me. My legs were killing me because I sat here 9 hours straight just playing this game. First with these guys, and then with my friends from Dominican Republic. We had a blast, and like I said, little by little, we started to discover even more and more stuff. So here's the things you got to do, right? So yesterday we discovered new things. When you open the game, right, you got to hit the X on acquisitions. And the X, when you go to acquisitions, there's something called Mobilized Warbound. You got to buy an armor called the Infiltrator. The Infiltrator, even though the armor is a bit lower than the regular armor that you're wearing, but that Infiltrator armor will help you go in and discover more elements, like discover like what's it called, the oh lord, the samples you got to pick up in order to unlock more stuff that you got to unlock for the ship, that you got to unlock for ammo. I mean, that stuff you got to go ahead and pick it up. So the Infiltrator is kind of like a scout, because you got different sets of armor. You got scout, you got recon, you got all sorts of stuff. You got people that love to go in and go stealthy. There is an armor that helps you to go stealth, and you just got to take a look at it. You got to take your time to analyze the game. So while we were checking out radars and everything from the ship to open up, we finally discovered that it's the armor that helps you when you're in the level to go in to pick up common samples, rare samples, stuff like that. When you mark it on the map, it literally opens up even more. So yeah, chat, go ahead and go purchase that armor. That armor is only worth three war bounds. It's the first thing you got to buy in order to progress in this game and build your stuff up, get more sentries, get more stuff. Amazing. Another thing, when you're landing on the map, right? When you're landing on the map, there's some areas in the map that are red. In those red areas, they are side missions. You gotta go for it and look for it. Go into the side missions, get the side missions done so you can get more money, more coins to purchase more items like Gatling guns. and all that sorts of stuff. You got to go in and also to get more experience. You got to do that. Seriously, you got to seriously do that. I remember one of the missions with a little boy. I think he went in and he killed like 20 citizens by accident. We got such a bad point deduction right there. Oh man, because the game has its bugs. Not bugs like actual bugs, of course, they have it in there, but it has its bugs. It's buggy sometimes. So we're trying to save citizens because you got to get 20 citizens out from a place, and they got stuck. So well, the broke boy came in, slapped him just to get a movie, and they didn't move. And he by accident killed like 20 people right there by slapping him. Oh shit. Hmm. We had such a blast playing. I mean, that game is meant to be played by four people together. Seriously, it's meant to be played. So let's see now what chat's saying before I continue on. So we have Malcolm Lax. What's up? Good morning. Are you guys playing the new beautiful Mafia? It is beautiful. No, I'm not playing it yet. I'll play it down the road. Yeah, I have my worst Helldivers mission. It's memorable. It was awesome. Man, I'm having fun with Helldivers. Seriously, it's such a fun game. Just because people play on Game Pass doesn't